back to the Knit and Crochet podcast. I think I just said that wrong. It's actually the Crochet and Knit podcast because I crochet more than I knit. Ooh, pretty bad when you mess up your own name. Anyway, so this is episode 5. So I think my last podcast was posted about 3 weeks ago. So I thought another podcast was due. So this is episode 5. So for those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. I wouldn't say weekly, but I had started a crochet and knit podcast, which I'd love to get into doing weekly, but right now it seems like it's mainly once a month. But I do want to get into doing more podcasts. So if you're new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy. And if you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And those who are returning, you know exactly what this is. This is another episode, which I don't think I need to say again. So, if you're a returning subscriber, then you're already subscribed. So, just be sure to like and comment. So, a bit of changes has been happening. So, it looks like here, I'm not saying necessarily this background, but it's going to be permanent-ish. Meaning, most of my podcasts will be done here now. Or all of them. So, I am very excited for that. So, may not be always this background, but it'll be here in Baby Art. Which is kind of awesome. Because then, yeah, I got Bobby here, which is pretty awesome as well. And she's the reason I've been able to crochet and knit this week, actually, because on the second thing, which I'll mention why, but the reason why this is going to be a permanent background is because I am moving here in this house with my dad and Bobby. I'm so excited. I got a knitting and crocheting and craft buddy. Sorry. It's actually pretty exciting. So when I came here, I packed for a regular weekend with my dad because he came and got me Sunday night. And I'm like, okay, I got clothes, I got this, I got that. I felt so good, I got everything. And then I get here and I go to crochet and it's like, well, what is wrong with me? I didn't bring a single crochet hook with me, a single ball of yarn, or neither of my 2 knitting needles. So it's like, ooh. So I did borrow a crochet hook and a set of knitting needles from her. So she literally made it so I could knit or crochet this week, which I have been actually. I completed a crochet project and I'm working on a knitting project, which will come later on. So this is going to be a permanent area, which I am so excited about. It's pretty fun. So I'm hoping I can get into a regular schedule for the podcast and my regular videos. So as I said, the podcast was about a week. My flower fell on the floor. Anyway, okay, never mind. So as I said, my last podcast was about 3 weeks ago, almost a month now, but my video, I did post a video, I think a week ago. I posted 2 actually. Last year I did the 2017 Winterlicious tag, and of course a lot can change in the course of a year, so with it being winter of 2018, I said I did the 2018 Winterlicious tag with different answers, but same questions. So that is posted if you would like to go check it out, and I'll also link it in the description box below if you don't want to go search for it. Even though it's the most recent video, which I guess this is going to be the most recent video. I also posted at the same time, which you'll see in the Winterlicious tag, is I posted a new channel intro, which is just clips of, like, from videos, I wanted like a little small intro-ish thing, which of course will change over time as I create more content and that. I feel like my calling on this channel, though, as I've gotten into the knitting crocheting podcast, is actually the knitting and crocheting podcast. Which, when am I going to start saying it's crochet and knit? So I am looking forward to filming more videos. I want to be able to, like, do a video a week. May not necessarily be a podcast, but as I've said before, if I can get up to 2 videos a week and do a podcast a week and a regular video a week, I would love to do that. And I am looking forward to putting more crafting projects on my channel, and if I can find it. Where are they? Ah, they're up here. I'm gonna go get them. I won't show you Bobby's because Bobby's is Bobby's to show. Well, that was a little Bobby in one sentence. Love you, Bobby. So we got into polymer clay and acrylic paint, which I'm not a fan of polymer clay, and I like polymer clay, but I don't know if I would do the mixing it with acrylic paint again. But for me, I made 2 pendant charms, which one I'm going to give to Bobby. So it's really just, these were acrylic paints, so I managed to get pink and purple and white and make it into an ombre. Kind of like how my lips are today. And I also made 2 heart charms. We haven't baked them yet, so they're still kind of soft, so I'm trying to be pretty careful with them. I know this is a crochet and knit podcast, but these maybe you guys can let me know in the comments, but these are like little circles. They're like, I didn't want to waste any clay, so what was left over from the hearts and the pendant, I made into little balls and put on a thing, and I'm wondering if they would look good as a keychain or as actual earrings, which I'm kind of motivated to turn them into earrings, actually. And what I did with I just rolled over and flattened the rest of the clay. I don't think it's going to focus, but I flattened the clay. So I can't wait to bake those, and yeah, I'm really leaning towards making these into earrings. So we had some, I'm looking forward to doing more crafting on my channel, as well as keeping the crocheting and knitting obviously in there. Maybe, I don't know, I have a thing that I think I might do tutorials, or I don't know, at least do a tutorial on like my version of a double crochet hat or something. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So I think jump right into it, on with the video. So this is number 5 of the Crochet and Knit podcast. So actually it's looking like this is like a colorful projects week, really. So I do have one finished project. It's a light blue double crochet hat with a pom-pom, which I have right here. So with the hook I got from Bobby, it is the 5.5 millimeter, so which is literally my most used hook. So if I was using my set, it'd be my red crochet hook. So I made a double crochet hat with, I guess, technically a twist and a pom-pom. So I did your standard double crochet hat. I only did up to increasing 3 times because it actually fits quite well. Usually I go up to a 4th row of increase, but I only used 3, which turned out quite well. And instead of doing 10 rows of regular double crochets, I only did 9. So I kind of put my own spin on the hat. And instead of finishing it with 1 row of single crochets, I finished it with 5 to put like a nice little band around the hat, which I think turned out quite well. And the pom-pom, I'm going to say the blue is like, I think the blue is like your standard basic yarn. And the pom-pom is a bit of a fuzzier yarn. Might be Heartland, I don't know. If I figure out the exact name, I will post it in the description box below. So I did your standard wrap it around your fingers and cut it, tie it, and then I used my brush to brush it out and make it all fluffy. this was the hat I made, and I was actually quite proud of it. Instead of like, because I know like I can rush through a hat and do it in like 2 hours, so I actually took my time with this one, and it took me about like 2 days. I took my time with it, because I sat down and watched Netflix with it that night, which you guys would know if you follow my Instagram, which I will also link in the description box below. The description block. Wow. I will link it in the description box below, along with all my social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, the basics. So the flower I was talking about that was supposed to go on the hat, I was supposed to go on like this, but I kind of didn't like it. I was trying to make like a big puff stitch hat. Not a puff stitch hat, but like a big puff stitch flower, which I kind of didn't really turn out as I planned. So it was supposed to go on the hat, which I think if it had turned out well, it would have looked really nice. But, well, I'm still working on my flowers, so this was another failed attempt. I'm hoping I remember how to do the puff stitch flower for my garden blanket. Ooh, because this is basically what they are, so I kind of hope I remember how to do them. So this was, I had one finished project and a failed flower. So, I want to talk a bit about Ravelry, because I did post the hat on my Ravelry account as part of the challenge, so I did list it under a completed project in the challenge, because I am participating in the 2018 Ravelry challenge, which I didn't even know Ravelry did that sort of challenge, which I only joined Ravelry like when 2017 was almost done, so I get why I didn't know about it, but I'm wondering if they do it every year, which they probably do. So I got the email, and when you go on if you're in your notebook, you're supposed to have a challenge page. So the first thing I want you to do is write down a number of how many projects you would like to complete in the year of 2018. So me, I'm thinking, okay, I really like crocheting, I'm just going to go for it and put 20. Which, after posting the hat, I have now 10% done of the Ravelry challenge. So that means I have 2 out of 20 projects done. As you know, the first one was that ombre-ish. I changed the color of it though. It would have been an ombre tank top. And this was the second. So I'm hoping, and I have a couple more other works in progress, so I'm hoping I can add those to them soon. So I'm very excited. So I do have one work in progress. I'm going to say it's 1 because I kind of finished the hat. It would have been 2. So right now, I am currently using this Bernet Pop nice roll. I almost wanted to call it a carrot cake, but I found that it is a Bernet Pop. And I actually love the colors. It has like a nice blue, a teal, a white, a pink, a purple, and it ends with the same blue you start with. So I thought it just looks so beautiful. So I am deciding to make a scarf with it, and I'm going to use the whole cake of it to make the scarf. I got about I got a few rows started. I restarted it last night. And so I plan on using the whole cake for this. It's kind of a mess, so I'm just going to rewrap it back up. I am starting from the center, but I had some pulled out, so it's kind of a mess. So I'm just re-caking that because it would really be a shame for it to get knotted and have to cut it now. So there we go. So that is Bernet Pop. It is a beautiful ball, and beautiful balls, that sounds so wrong, make beautiful things. That really sounds wrong, but it is a beautiful ball of yarn. So I am making a scarf. I think these are the Knitter's Pride needles, which I got from Bobby to borrow. They are the 6mm needles. So, I get this to cooperate. So I'm doing your standard knit and purl. So I'm up to got a few rows going there, and it's 30 stitches. See if I can get this back there. It is 30 stitches by, I guess right now it's infinity because I am using the whole ball of yarn, and I will explain why. My idea with this scarf is to, how do I describe this? Okay. And when it's done, you know it's going to be probably really length, like not long, but long. I want to fold it over so you have your ends, but you have your two ends together in one hand, and you got to loop really with your other hand. I want to bring it around the neck and put the two ends through the loop so it like creates like a loop style. And then you put buttons so you just got the two ends hanging. It would be better explained once I finish the scarf. Like, I don't know how to really describe it, but I'm hoping to add it to the challenge first, but I know knitting does take longer than crocheting. So it's a project I'm not going to rush. I want to slowly work at because I really do not want to drop any stitches. That's why I restarted it the first time. Like, it is a restart. Because I was using a different needle, but I found the cable was too long on it, so it kept getting in my way. So then this one has like a shorter cable, which I actually like it better because it keeps it, I don't have to worry about falling off the hook. So I do have that one started, and the garden blanket has been halted, which I'm hoping to resume that not first, but I am hoping to resume that first. Because the idea I had in mind for the garden blanket, I find it would really be a shame to just scrap it, say I don't want to do it, because I already bought the yarn for it, which I already know I'll have to get more of the brown for it, because I kind of switched up the idea again to make it into an actual garden. So I am looking forward to that. So it's all I got started. So yes, it is. I did start a knitting project, which I can't remember who, but someone commented that I will get more into the knitting, and I actually am. I want to learn in the future how to cable knit or do some sort of other pattern than the standard knit and purl. So I'm hoping to get more into the knitting side. I know I love crocheting, but if I get into knitting, that would be awesome too. So yeah, it'd be just great. And for those who want to do the Ravelry challenge, I will link that below. Not the challenge itself, but I can see if I can link the right page. You know what I mean? So for further projects, the garden blanket is still in effect. I just have to get back into it. So I have another beautiful carrot cake, which I have an idea for, because this is the type of carrot cake that I made that first hat on. Not the blue hat, but no, the very first hat I learned how to crochet that I showed you, that was for Gracie. So I am excited. I was going to make another neck warmer with it, but I thought I had another idea for a hat idea. It's not in between every double crochet row would be 1 or 2 lines of single crochets. Kind of like bubble the hat out, like make the double crochets like into bubbles. It would like do the bubble effect with it, but still increase with the double crochets. So I'm interested to see how that will turn out, and end it with the 5-6 rows of single crochets, or till the ball runs out, if I have enough, because I think, well, it should have enough, because I was able to make 2 hats with the other carrot cake, so it should have enough in it, actually. So I am very excited for that. So this week is unfortunately a short podcast because I didn't get much done. I was going to wait another week and do a podcast, but I thought it's already been 3 weeks, so almost a month. So I'm gonna do a podcast about what I have been working on, what I'm doing, hoping to get really back into the flow of knitting, and of course crocheting. So, and that's it for the knitting and crocheting part of this video. I wanted to introduce something. I wanted to start doing post notification shout out videos. So to do that, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel. Make sure you hit the bell to notify you of new videos. Like this video. Comment below done and what your current work in progress is, or what your favorite thing about winter is. That's all you have to do. Subscribe, bell notification, comment done, and either what your favorite thing about winter is or your current work in progress. And it can even be any comment you want. So like favorite yarn, favorite thing to knit or crochet. Like, it doesn't have to be like specific. You can make it about crocheting and knitting. So that's all you have to do. And once you do that, you'll be written down, and each new video I do, whether it's a knit and podcast video or a regular video, I will be doing 1 to 2 shout outs at the end of each of my further videos. So that was it for this video, unfortunately. I wish I had more to show you, but maybe next week I can have another podcast on, because I've been getting really back into the swing of crocheting and even picking up some knitting, so I'm hoping to have more to show in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.